there a nurse in the house? Is there a nurse in the house? Why are we here tonight? Rage for justice. Why are we here tonight? All right, here's what I want. The consumer attorneys, we've worked with you forever, and we'll continue to, especially since the right wing is so entrenched and the hospital industry is so bad, and the things they're up to are so egregious that every nurse here stands up, wants to stand with you, wants to fight them, wants to change the system for a better world. So what we say, and what we want to teach you is, when you take on one of us, when you take on one of us, so the words are attorneys and artists. When you take on, well, I know it's so kind of antithetical to the artistic experience, but it's survival of the human race that we're dealing with now, right? So when you take on one of us, you better be taking on all of us. And I'm thrilled, Jamie and Harvey and Carmen and Doug and all of the wonderful people from Consumer Watchdog, that we have 650 people plus in the house tonight. I mean, this thing is growing, and we are the opposition movement to an incredibly horrendous right wing that's trying to destroy our society. So thank you so much for everything you are and everything that you do. Consumer attorneys, I just have to tell you, the nurses have the inside track on what's going on inside of healthcare, and it's all bad. And we do want to work with you because there's going to be some really good litigation coming down the line. And I mean that. And it has a lot to do with medical technology and the displacement of human justice. Speaking of human justice, I'm here tonight to be able to induct an incredible woman into the Hall of Fame. This is probably, I love being around, I think it's so wonderful to be around someone who's being honored among such honorable people, frankly. I kind of wallow in this. I never go into rooms with politicians because, well, for obvious reasons. I stay completely away from all political events. I come here, and this is where I get fortified. I stay with the nurses, and that's where I get fortified. I want to be with people who fight for people, not for people who sell us out, even though we put them in there, right? Huh? So we're in a time now that, and it's kind of a serious, I'd just like to ask you all to bring it down, because we're honoring someone who's pretty incredible, and I just want to ask your patience, in spite of the alcohol, to keep it down. All right? Indulge me, because I want to recognize an incredible woman. Kay McVay is the first awardee tonight. She's here. She's right there. She's been a godsend to the community of nurses. She's changed nursing from just caring for your patients to caring for society and the real tradition of nursing. She's fought against HMOs as a young nurse. She stood up to management. She's taken all the hits. She's put herself on the line, and she never, ever backs away from a fight. I love this woman. She embodies everything that's good from what I can see in humanity. And we all in the organizations that we belong to just admire the hell out of her, because she stands with the most vulnerable, and she stands against the most powerful with every breath she takes. She's fought against HMOs, and she's led us in that direction. She's fighting for a single-payer health care system, and she's leading us in that direction. She fights, and she fights, and she fights, and she fights, and she will fight with her dying breath for social justice. I am so, so proud to be able to stand here at this moment, and I want to ask your indulgence in the video that we're going to show for her. But first, nurses, if we could just is there a nurse in the house? Do we love Kay McVay? All right. She's our hero. You got to know that. She's our hero. And thank you so much, Consumer Watchdog. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for recognizing her. I mean, she is just she's it. She's real. She's the real deal. So we have a quick video, And I'd ask you again for your indulgence in keeping it down, watching the video, and then we'll ask Kay McVay to join us on stage here. Okay, can we roll the video?
When you cut, you bleed blood, not gold, blood. And I really commend all of you for standing up and telling it like it really is. We need to do that.
In terms of fighting for social justice for everyone, that's Kay McVay, and it comes from the heart and it comes from the brain. Kay is pure passion. She's just pure passion. She's loving, she's caring, she's a warrior, she's a fighter. She is the real deal. I mean, there is no one like Kay McVay.
Kay is passionate for social justice, an ardent supporter of Medicare for all. You need to be a good organizer, which she is. She has a really good moral sense of what's right and wrong. She doesn't suffer fools, shall we say. I have seen her get angry at our board meetings when she thinks someone is going to accommodate an employer. She keeps us on the straight and narrow.
She never gives up. She never give up. She's always telling me, she says, I feel bad. Oh, why? I don't think I'm doing enough. I don't think I'm doing enough for CNA. I said, well, I think you're doing fine.
My father was in the Teamsters. My mother worked during the war, was in the union. All kinds of people in my neighborhood belonged to unions. And that was a normal thing. And when you were down on your luck, we also had potlucks at the union hall. It just was part of what you did.
She's transformed the entire history of nursing. The nursing profession prior to Kay was dominated by faux professionals who kept working nurses in their place under the doctor's control, under the nurse administrator's control, and now under corporate control. Kay broke through that. She broke that paradigm. She changed history. She made nurses recognize their incredible role of advocacy for the human good, for social justice, and for themselves.
She showed me that you can be assertive and still compassionate and caring. She has stood up to the legislators and Kaiser and made sure that they understood that they weren't going to trample the rights of patients or nurses in a way that is really only Kay. She really is raging for justice.
Kay McVay.
Don't give up the fight. Get up, stand up. Stand up for your right. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. You see, most people think.
Kay McVay, you're the honoree of the Consumer Advocate Hall of Fame 2013. Welcome, Kay. You belong here.
Okay. Thank you very much. I really feel that I am being honored, but I think all the nurses that are in this hall and all the nurses that are in the hospitals are being honored tonight. This is really about people standing up, doing what is necessary to be able to care for their patients. Also, the nurses are trying all the time to care for their communities as well. This organization with Harvey and Jamie have been on the forefront fighting the fight that needs to be done. The nurses are on the same program. We have to fight for our patients. The whole of the entire network of hospitals no longer care about their patients. They care only for their profit. And the ones who claim to be nonprofit, they only make money. That's it. They're not looking at what they're doing to the patients. I wanted to be a nurse when I was 5 years old. I became a nurse, and I do not like what I'm seeing now. And I will continue to fight along with most and all of the nurses who are at the bedside, because they really see and understand what is happening. And I am very grateful for what Harvey and Jamie have been working on all these years, because it's the same thing that nurses are working on all their professional life. Thank you.